All right, welcome back to Go Ham. Today we have a powerhouse in the beauty industry. She really needs no introduction. We're going to be sitting down with Gina Bianca. She is a salon owner, educator, business knowledge, entrepreneur, sharing all of the things. We're really excited to have her join us, and we know that you guys are going to gain a lot. So let's tune in and let's get to it.
First things first, you are in the wellness space, the salon space, the education space, the stylist space. What are some core principles that have guided you successfully across all these different areas in business?
Core principles. Well, I think like getting into, I own a yoga studio and it's part of my salon. And one of the reasons we opened the yoga studio and made it a part of the network was because during COVID, we blew up during COVID. Like our salon, it got so busy and the gym next door to us went out of business and I had the opportunity to expand. And when we expanded, I was just building a classroom and, extra space for the stylist and a bigger front desk area and an office. And when I expanded, I was like, we'll just use it as a classroom. And then the yoga studio in our town went out of business. So I was like on the MindBody app looking for a place to do yoga and there was nowhere to go. So I was like, let's just try it and see if it works. And now it's packed. Like we have 6 classes a day, yoga, Pilates, bar. It's amazing. It's actually like the part of my business that's doing the best right now.
Oh, wow.
And, that was kind of like a risk and an accident. And, I guess like core principles, like if I were to rattle off a few, like our values, our health, our community, giving back, we have our core values and all those things. But I think like one of the core principles that has gotten me to where I am is just not be afraid to pivot. Fearless would be a core principle. Like you just try. And if it doesn't work, you close. Yeah. Like if it doesn't work, you shut it down. Doesn't work. It doesn't make money. Get rid of it. And I think like a big thing is like non-attachment. Like I'm not attached to the yoga studio. I'm not attached to the salon. My first salon, if you told me I was going to close it, I would have thrown up and like screamed at you because I felt so attached to it. I felt like it was my identity. My name was on the door. It was a very big deal that I closed that place. But it wasn't working for me at the time. So I pivoted, I adapted, and I could feel completely different about this venture. I don't feel attached to it. I could sell it tomorrow. I'm not going to, but like, I don't feel like I'll die if something doesn't work out. And I think like for entrepreneurs, that's like a really big step as a business owner is to treat it like a business and not as like an extra limb or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you always been this savvy with entrepreneurship? Because I feel like
No.
it's in your core. Like just hearing you speak just now, I'm like, wow, it's so impressive.
I think I always believed in myself. And I grew up, my mom was a single mom. My dad was in and out of jail. And I always wanted money. My husband and I have this in common. We both grew up wanting money. Like I was always driven by money in a sense of I never wanted to be broke. I always wanted to have what I wanted. And me and him had both worked 3 jobs like in high school. And like I've always worked and I've always known I could get what I want if I work hard. So I feel like I've always believed in myself and I've always been not afraid to work and always had like the grit. And I feel like a lot of people don't have that. So I feel like it's a special quality. Very hard to teach. Like I don't know if you can teach it.
Yeah, like it's
I
earned.
don't know if you can teach grit.
I feel like it's in your
Do you
blood.
think you can?
I think it's earned. Like you have to go through some like hard shit to like really find it within yourself to be able to push through like hard stuff,
I think that if you're somebody who has never struggled, it's going to be very hard for you to get that that desire that I think you need to become a successful entrepreneur or in that way. Like if you're just somebody who's never struggled, it's going to be almost impossible because you don't even know what it feels like. So,
But like what you were saying, how it's in her core, I feel like it's definitely like in somebody's blood and bones and they want it and the desire is there and, that like determination. Like not everybody has that.
Yeah.
So
quick question while we're on this. just what did you do differently, out of curiosity, with your first business that you said you had this deep emotional connection to the network now, where you feel that, obviously there's a connection, but it's not where, quite as in depth as the first one was.
Yeah, so I'm 32. Oh my God, I'm 34. I opened my first business when I was 23.
Whoa.
Okay. So like let that sink in. I was the person everyone came to like know what to do, and I was the like one of the younger people. Like I was everyone's boss and I didn't even know what to do. And in my first business, I mean, I grew up with a lot of childhood trauma. I grew up with a lot of shit. I'm Italian, which is a whole other thing. Don't fucking cross me, Italian. And that was a really hard way to run a business when you take everything personal. I took everything personal. I always made assumptions, like the 4 agreements, right? I always expected the worst. I was not my best. I'm going to literally go the opposite of the 4 agreements right now because I think that that's key. I was not my best. I was drinking. I was partying a lot. I was unhealthy. I was just not the best version of myself. And I wasn't doing my best. I was doing 80 different things. I was behind the chair full time. How can you lead behind the chair full time? I don't know. Now I do hair like 1 Tuesday a month or 2. I love to do hair now because I don't do it a lot. I always do like my stylist hair and my friends. And like I love to do hair because I don't do it a lot. And when I owned my first salon, I was full time behind the chair. I was training everybody, which, I built some of the best stylists in the state. I really did. They're amazing stylists. And I did a really good job with that. So I did a good job in some things, and some things I didn't do a great job. But today, I had a lot of healing. I know it's like a buzz thing, but like I had a lot of healing. I got sober. I'm almost 5 years sober, God willing. I've been in therapy for since 2020. So 5 years I've been in therapy, and I've really grown as a person. And I think like that has really helped. Like, I can really kind of drill into everything I've improved on as a person. I think the person I am now is not the person I was then. And I think I had to become a different person to be a good leader.
Was there something that happened that like made you pivot and like that? I know we talked about like you going to unleash the power within with Tony Robbins and like getting sober.
I love Tony Robbins.
I want to hear about that. We're thinking about going.
We fully endorse Tony Robbins in several different ways, but I can't wait to hear about this because I joke about it all the time. I'm like, we need to go to Unleash the Power. You need to go.
I need to send my son.
No, you need to go to Business Mastery.
We did
it.
We did it during COVID,
God.
and we came back and opened suites.
Yeah.
Did you go to Date with Destiny?
No.
Oh my God. I think I did Date with Destiny after Business Mastery, and I dragged my husband with me. Oh my God. It was just such a great experience. But
Where was it at?
There's a few Tony Robbins like mantras that I live by. I can give you 3. I think that will be great. Number 1 is you have to make it absolutely fucking crazy for them not to do business with you. That is like one of the big Tony Robbins mantra. Make it fucking crazy to do business anywhere else. That is like, that got me to where I am at the network, because we make it fucking crazy for you to rent a chair, work commission, teach yoga. It's fucking crazy to do it anywhere else. We pay the most, we offer the most, we have the best experience, we have the best clients, we have the best marketing, we have the best leadership, we have the best team. Like, we're the best. Like, you go somewhere else, you're on team D. Like, goodbye. And that mantra of make it crazy to do business anywhere else answers a lot of questions. Like, what can we do to make it crazy to go anywhere else? So that's one. Another Tony Robbins mantra is like, pain is a part of life, but suffering is optional. Suffering happens when you think you're powerless to change. And like, that is something that has really helped me, because even on my worst days, I'm so grateful for everything that I have. And like, I don't have to suffer. It's a choice to suffer, in my opinion. My husband and I had the toughest week. We had the toughest week. And actually had the toughest year, but you wouldn't know because I'm not suffering over it. I had 3 major losses. I lost a huge building project and I lost a lot of money. One of my stylists committed suicide, which was something that I never fucking thought I'd have to deal with. And then I had a miscarriage at 10 weeks. All 1, 2, 3. And it's something that would put a lot of people on their ass. But like, I feel like I'm very resilient because I know I don't have to suffer. I know I can try again. I know this isn't the end. I know God has a plan for me. I know that if I'm on the wrong path, the path will fall apart. Like, so my mindset is very like forward. Doesn't mean I didn't cry. Doesn't mean I wasn't upset and sad and vented about it and talked about it with my husband and my therapist. And like, it doesn't mean that I didn't like have feelings over it. But like, I do believe like God has a plan for me, and that I look back at my life and everything has happened for a reason, and I'm okay. And I'm super grateful. So like, those are 2 really good Tony Robbins things that like I live by. And then I'll think of a third by the end of the recording.
Have you always been religious?
I'm not really religious. I'm more spiritual.
Okay.
I do feel like God is like my highest self. I always pray, show me the path and I will walk it. And I learned that from fucking Lady Gaga. Okay? I heard her say that one day, and I have been saying it ever since. God, I have her tattoo on me. Yes. I say, God, show me the path and I will walk it. But God doesn't have to be like, it's like my highest self, myself who's done this before. I know the answer. I know. So I always will say, show me the path and I will walk it. Show me the path and I will walk it. Make it obvious. Show me, make it obvious. Make it so clear I can't miss it. When 2 building projects fell apart, it was pretty clear that wasn't the right path to go on.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of will say things and I'm like, why did I say that? I didn't want that to fail.
I feel that. I can relate there. I feel like there has been so many times since being a business owner that we've been guided down a path that it was like I was praying that this would go through, that this would happen. And then it doesn't happen. And 6 months from there, you know why. Like, you're like, okay, that wasn't meant to happen. And
the answers show themselves.
Oh, yeah, they really do. All right. Mm-hmm. So getting into your business at the network. So are you commission and booth rental?
Yes, we are. We went, I just did a TikTok on this. And it was just like, when you realize booth rental doesn't make enough money unless you have 80 side hustles. Because like I was teaching full time. I was traveling all over. I was making money hand over fist. And the education world has changed. It's such a grind. Like, I do not want to spend my entire freaking work week selling tickets.
Right.
Like, it's just not the same. It's such a grind. I'm not passionate about it. I'd rather do like a small 10-person hands-on class in my space and set it up like, so it's insane not to come. Like, you don't have to bring a tripod, all your colors here. Like, have it be really, really nice and have it be smaller and maybe not make $50,000 on a weekend. But like, I was so busy with that, and my salon was all booth rent, and it was great. I had 2 managers who I was paying them a fortune, and they may not think so, but it was a fortune for what my business could afford, right? Because you have to go by what you can afford. Like, manager salary is 10%. I was paying 2 managers.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to deal with the salon. So I had it all booth rent. I had my managers running it, and I was traveling, teaching. I taught 43 classes when I was pregnant, 2023. 43 classes. That's a lot of classes independently.
That's like every weekend, yeah.
Well, I didn't do weekends. I literally taught 10 days straight, which I think is the new wave. I learned that from Larissa Love. I learned so much from Larissa. She's an amazing person. And, once I kind of stopped traveling, when I had my daughter in January of 24, I was kind of just like, I'm not leaving. I have never spent a night away from her. I've put her to bed every single night. I love that baby, and I'm not ready to leave. I've had classes I've canceled. I'm not ready to leave. Like, so I don't care. Like, not like full classes or anything, but I like maybe plan something. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't leave yet. And like, I never cancel classes. If there's people, like, I don't cancel on people, so I don't want it to sound like that. But like, I had plans, but I was like, I'm not ready. And during that whole time, I had like 20 renters leave. And every single person I talk to, they're like, I love it here. I just want to change. Then 5 people go. One opened a salon, took a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Like they want to change. Maybe they want something cheaper. There's nothing I could really do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with people don't quit salons, they quit leaders. Yes. And there's also a retention rate. 4 years, a lot of times stylists want to try something new. They need an artistic change of scenery. They are trying for a baby and buying a house. They have to pay, they can't pay this rent. They have to do something different. So you have to like think about it too, like take all the feedback you could possibly get. But I was looking at, I'm like, I have 20 renters leaving. I have 20 chairs open. My overhead is insane. I need to do something. And then I had a really, really awesome girl who never wants to rent and she wanted to be commissioned. I was like, come on board, let's do it. And May of last year, I built the commission program, and now I have like 8 commission people. I've never done commission. My first salon was team-based pay. So I did hourly for everybody. So I've never, ever done commission. So it's a new thing for me. And it's been going awesome. My salon's finally making money again without me having to stress about 8 different revenue streams. Like, it's doing really well. My yoga studio is doing really well. So my model, I always thought my model was unique because it's huge and a lot of chairs and lower rent. But as you get busier and busier and busier, the cost of everything goes up. Managers, color, we have a color store, manager, product, cleaners. I can't find someone to clean this place because it's so big and it's so like people are messy. The stress goes up, like the utilities go up. So like I have to raise the rent. And then as the rent goes up, we're not the cheapest rent anymore. Right. You know what I mean? So we kind of get to the point where I'm like, okay, there's salons everywhere at this point. You can rent anywhere for a lot less than what I'm charging. So we're going to have the best rent option and we're going to have the best commission option. And now I got rid of some stations because when we had 30 people here, there was drama. Like, not every person is great. I had one toxic person destroy something I built for 6 years. You know what I mean? And long story short, the hybrid model is amazing. I love it. We're much busier. Clients are calling nonstop. The phone's ringing off the hook. Our marketing is amazing. And the renters are super happy. They come and go, but we have like a core group of renters who have been here for a really long time and don't plan on leaving. I ask them, like, are you planning to stay another year? They say yes. And, I do like one person at a time to train out of school because we don't have the overflow. I'm like a big, like, if you're not 85% booked, don't hire someone. So to answer your question, yes, we went hybrid. It's going good. It really did come out of necessity because the industry has changed. It was all booth rent. Now it's kind of like, in my opinion, swinging back around. People want an option for both. And it's hard to fill chairs. Like it used to be easy to fill chairs because there was no rental salons. Now it's a grind. And I do not want to grind. Yeah. I want ease. I want everything to be easy.
From a leadership standpoint, having the hybrid set up, how do you balance like the culture between like the people who are commission based and the people who are rental?
You just would never know.
Oh, really?
Who. Like they just blend together.
Oh, that's great.
You really just don't, like, you don't treat them different. Okay. Like if we have a team gathering, all of us go. Like everyone's invited. I feel like if I was doing a lot of stuff like with the commission people only, or if I was like only commission people have access to education or only commission people have access to me, like that would be weird. It literally, these people come on and people don't know if they're rental or commission. They have to ask them.
Do you find that the rental people are more inclined to be involved in everything, like as the commission stylists are?
No, renters want to come to work, do their job, and be left alone.
Right.
I meddle in their business like as little as possible. Okay. I tell them, I'm your big sister. You come to me. I'm not going to come to you. Even if I see something you can improve, like I'm not going to go unless it affects my business. I'm not going to offer you advice or feedback or coaching or anything unless you come to me. And when they do come to me and we set goals, I say, if you are going to set a goal with me, then I have your permission to be on you about this. And they say yes. Cool. So I very much like leave my renters alone. I don't bother them because they don't like it.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't like it. They're like, leave me alone. You're not my boss.
Aw. So you mentioned that you have a little girl, and we see the pack and play, which we love because we're all moms. So I want to just pick your brain about mom life and how you protect your peace and how you show up for your team and clients, social media, everything. So let's get into that if you don't mind.
Yeah, like one of my mantras is we're not doing brain surgery. Like
All the time.
we're not doing brain surgery. Like there's nothing urgent. Like it's all elective. It's like plastic surgery, right?
Yep.
I was thinking about this today. It's like brain surgery is like someone's going to die. It's urgent. You need to respond. You need to be available. You need to be clocked in all the time. Someone's going to die. You're on call. Everything else, like, plastic surgery, you do someone's hair and they're unhappy, you want to respond right away. You know what I mean? They want to look good, you want to respond right away. But like, when it comes to I do have girls that work at the front desk, and I do teach them, like, every single person who comes here, you want them to be treated like you treat your mom or your grandma or someone you love. Like, if you have to make something right, just make it right, and we'll talk about it later. Like, if you have to give someone a free class, a free service, or whatever, we'll talk about it later. Just take care of it. Don't waste their time by calling me. Just take care of it. You have my 100% trust to take care of it how you would want your mom to be treated. So, like, a lot of my staff, all my staff feels empowered to take care of stuff. Newer people, like, the most stressful time is when you're hiring a new person and the 90-day training, because I do tell them call, text, FaceTime anytime. I'm available for you anytime. And it is hard, but I want them to know that they're supported. I find if you act like don't call me, don't text me, they do quit. Like, they feel like a weird vibe. So every day, even if I have a bad day, and they're rare, I go, I pick up my kid from daycare and literally leave work behind. Like, if it's an emergency, they'll call my husband. If I don't answer, they call my husband. They have his number. And I literally just put my phone away and I try to just be home, And there's very few emergencies because nothing is that urgent. And my staff, I do not bother them when they're not at work. I'll make a note. I'll talk to them later. I do not bother them. Very rarely. Unless it's like a new person, like, where'd they put this? I need this right now. I don't bother them. So I think me having boundaries with my staff, me trusting them, and then, just putting your phone away. I feel like if you are the type to have your phone on you at all times, you're going to have a harder time disconnecting.
Well, we can all relate to that, so.
I think trust is a huge thing with your staff. If they know you trust them, they'll take care of things for you.
Yeah. I feel like you're so advanced when it comes to leadership. What have you done? I know you said business mastery. Oh, you're laughing. I know you said business mastery, but what other things? What ways have you invested in yourself to get you where you are today? Because I'm listening to you, and we did an episode before where we were like, please stop listening to the internet trolls who think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. But hearing you talk, it's like, you know exactly what you're talking about, and it's really impressive. And I'm just curious to know where you learned all of this.
Whenever I talk about my classes, I always say you're learning from somebody who has done it. I didn't just decide to like teach this class today or like ChatGPT this class and like teach it. Like, I'm teaching based on like real life experience. And I think my confidence just comes from the experience. And as far as like classes I've taken, I think the Tony Robbins stuff is huge. That's very expensive, intense education. I did coaching with Tony Robbins. I did Date with Destiny. I did Business Mastery. And I did his Core 100 coaching program, meaning like I'm a trained life coach. And I use his, his principles and methods and stuff like that, which is a great program. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it. And it's hard to finish because it's 100 hours. It's a lot. I didn't like complete it yet, but it's just like a lot. But his stuff is really, really, really good. And, he teaches from experience, and he's a very passionate person. He teaches from his heart, which I think is great. So like that training is amazing. Like, I feel like it definitely made a difference in my life. But also, like, I think therapy, I was in therapy from I also went to rehab. That was a huge deal. I went to inpatient treatment for 6 weeks, and that was a huge thing. Like, that was a life-changing moment in my life. And when I got out of, I was in therapy for a year before that because I was like crashing out. And then I went to treatment and then I continued therapy until today. I'm still in therapy and I work really, really hard with my therapist. I don't just sit there and catch up with her. I do like work on myself, meaning, some of the things that we'll do, there's this one book, it's called The Betrayal Bond. And it's my favorite book. I talk about it on like every podcast because every podcast is like, what's your favorite book? And I'm like, The Betrayal Bond. But don't read it by yourself. You have to read it with your therapist. Like, this book is fucked up. It's like, it's really like, really interesting, like how you can learn to want people who are programmed to hurt you. Like, I grew up with like my like people who are supposed to be taking care of me hurting me. So growing up, like I'm attracted to someone I know will hurt me. It causes a lot of bad hires. It causes a lot of bad relationships. It causes a lot of toxic friendships. A lot of unhealthy boundaries with clients. Like, I want to make the client the happiest, the one who fucking will hurt me and hate me the most. I want them to be the happiest just to prove I could do it. And like that book, I swear, like healed me. Like
Wow.
I really do think it was like a huge step in my progress. So therapy, but not just a therapy where you're just chatting and catching up, like therapy where you're doing like intense work on yourself. I love the Tony Robbins stuff. And then of course, just experience, I've been a salon owner now, for over 10 years. So that experience is just as valuable as any class.
Gina, I feel like you have prioritized yourself so much. Just learning this about you, like what I guess, like you said, you were sober, you went through treatment, you're now, you're still with your therapist. Was there like a pivotal moment in your life where you were like, listen, like it's now or never, like you have to change, you have to start? And how have you maintained focus in that and not drifted away?
It's so bad because you should really do this stuff for yourself. But I do remember the moment that I knew I needed help, that no one else could help me, and that I couldn't help myself. It was during COVID, and it was in like, I feel like the class was in like August or something. Like it was, COVID happened in March, April, May, June, July, August. It was like 6 months into COVID, and we were able to teach classes and stuff, and like we were able to get together again. And I was smoking so much weed, and I know it's like a joke, like weed is legal and people smoke and do edibles all the time, but I was doing 180 milligram pills of edibles, and I was living on a weed pen. Like I literally was living on a weed pen. Edibles, pills, joints, anything. Like I was spending like $500 a week on weed. I didn't even have $500 a week. Like I was out of control, but I really thought I was so cool. Like I thought I was like so like evolved, right? And I had a class that day and I couldn't find my weed pen. And I literally ripped through my house. I screamed at my then fiance. And I was like, you will never understand. Like, you'll never understand. Screaming at him. Like, it was really bad. And, I took went and did my class. He's like, you love what you do. Why can't you go one day why do you need your weed pen to go teach a class? And I was just like, you'll never understand. And screaming at him, okay? Like, explicit, like, bad. So I teach my class. He came at the lunch break, which why was he even talking to me? I was such an asshole to him. And I remember we were fighting then too, and we never fight. And I just remember like looking at him and his face, like the light like went out of his eyes. I could tell he was just like, she's fucked. Like he kind of was just like, whatever. And like in that moment, I was like, I'm gonna lose my relationship. I was like, I'm going to lose my relationship. And I asked my therapist, is there any place I can go to get help? Because every morning I wake up and I say, oh, I'm not going to smoke today, and I can't make it past 11. And she was like, yeah, there's a place. Let me make some calls. And she got me into the Meadows in Arizona, which is a really good program. It's very expensive. I'm very privileged to have been able to go, even though I maxed out 2 credit cards and my mom pulled money out of her retirement for me to go. I'm very grateful to get that type of mental health treatment because there's just not a lot of opportunities for people to get help. But I decided to go. I left my business for 6 weeks. I had no phone for 6 weeks. The first 2 weeks, I wasn't allowed to talk on the phone or talk to anybody. And I lived with 10 women. 4 of them came to my wedding.
Wow.
And it was just an insane experience. Like, it was an insane experience. Not having your phone for 60 days, like the nightmares I had, the dreams I had of with a technology detox were insane. Like, it was an insane thing.
Wow.
So like that, I really do think like the fear of losing my relationship, and you're supposed to do this stuff for yourself. A lot of people can't change because of other people, but I was able to get help because I feared losing the person that meant the most to me. You know, I wouldn't have my daughter. I love my life, my husband. Like, it was really because of him. And like I mention it and stuff, he knows, but I don't think he really knows. Like, I definitely wouldn't be where I am without like the fear of losing our relationship.
You're so inspiring. Like, I'm sitting here like almost like having chills based off of your story. And it's, you know, I think that as salon owners, we value you so much because you're so real, genuine, and authentic. And this industry needs that because there's a lot of fluff and things that aren't that way. The last thing, I want to be respectful of your time, but one of the last things that I want to mention is how you have been somebody in this industry who hasn't been afraid of cancel culture, and we just love seeing it. So can you talk to us a little bit about like your views on that and just how you put your truth out there and you don't really care about the backlash that you're going to receive?
What have I done that I could be canceled for?
I mean, I wouldn't say like anything like that, but I just think like,
Are you talking about my Trump memes?
yeah, I would say some of that is like hilarious.
Trump means you talk about entitlement a lot with and like the hustle culture thing, which I
Yes.
think, you know.
I feel like to be known is to be loved. I feel like to be my absolute self and to have people, I don't even care how many followers I have. I keep losing followers and I just like, I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care because like, even if I like, my account reached 1 million people last month and I lost 2,000 followers. I didn't even post anything controversial. Like, I didn't even do anything. And I was just like, I think these are bots. Like, I don't care about the followers. I mean, I'm saying it and now it sounds like I care because I'm looking at it, but I just kind of like, like a couple weeks ago, I was just like, I just don't even care. I need to like blur out this number because you feel like you're doing something wrong if people don't like you. But to be known is to be loved. Like, if people really know me for who I am, then that's good, right?
Yeah.
If I'm just this fake ass person trying to sell you something and maybe you know I make money or whatever, but it's not the same. You know, so like I just put like that Trump, he just said like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing on TV. I was like, oh my God. So I use his meme and I was like, when anyone else tries to line up the chairs at my class, because when I'm in the class and the white chairs have to be perfect, I tell everyone, get the fuck out of here. You don't know what you're doing. Get out. It's just lining up a chair. But like to know me, to know that about me, like anyone who knows that, like they really know me. Right. So like, I don't feel bad posting or saying things that are my true self. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad when I tell someone, yeah, you have to hustle, because someone's coming to me, asking me for genuine advice, and I'm not going to tell you to do something I didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Like, so many people are like, you should do this, 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 and this. And I'm just like, you didn't even do that.
Yep.
Like, you didn't even do that.
Yeah.
Oh, hustle culture is toxic. I'm like, didn't you hustle and grind for like 7 years to build your salon? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Like, you're literally doing everyone a disservice. You're lying. And like, people are coming to you for help and you're literally making them more dependent on you. It's so fucked up. So like, if I'm being myself and I joke around a lot. Like, don't look at my TikTok reposts. Like, I just am who I am, and I guess if people don't like it, they can unfollow. They're unfollowing anyway, so I don't care.
I love it.
You know what, Gina? Like, you've had so many life experiences and you've come so far in your life that you have the right not to care.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just don't care. I don't care. I used to care a lot, and now it's just like I have my own life and my own thing, you know. So if people are obsessing over me, then great. It's good.
It's good for
Yeah.
business.
Good
Seriously.
engagement, right? So whatever.
I love it. Well, this was everything we were expecting and
Yeah.
more. Like, it was just so good. It went in a different direction than I think we thought it would go, but
Which I'm
I
glad.
loved it.
I know, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, people want to talk about more than hair. You know, I don't know. I think that our industry needs connection, and I saw your stuff go across my page. I was like, I want to be there. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Anytime. I will always come back if you invite me, and I'm really, really grateful. And everyone listening, you know, thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen. You know, I love telling my story. I do have people come to me and say, like, that really helped me. So, like, I love to tell my story because I never know if it will help one person. So I hope that, you know, it was a good part of your day.
You helped
Oh,
me.
well, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm signing up for,
Yeah, we're going to
for some Tony
UPW.
Robbins things today.
Yes.
No, go to Date with Destiny.
Date with
Date with
Destiny.
Destiny.
Perfect.
4
I-
days.
Thank
They
you so
reprogram
much.
You. It's a really good class.
I'm
It's a
in.
good class.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks
Awesome.
again,
Thank
Gina. We'll have you
you.
back soon, hopefully.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.